Okay, Houston Cougars are with us, student athletes. Galen Robinson Jr., Corey Davis Jr. They will play Ohio State tomorrow night, second game after the first game with Buffalo and Texas Tech. We will go right to questions for the two student athletes. We're going to start right here in the front.
Mark Berman from Fox. For both you guys, talk about the challenges, and obviously your coaching staff is very good at putting game plans together, the challenges of prepping for a team you haven't played before and you only have a short time to do it. Both you guys.
Galen, please first.
It definitely poses as a big challenge because there's a level of unfamiliarity with them. We play in conference play, you play everybody twice, and a lot of guys you've played over the years, so you have a good feel for them. But this is a Big Ten team. Never played them before, never played any of that. Well, we played one player last year, but for the most part, it's a really unfamiliar kind of feel to it. But, we just have we trust in our coaches to get us a good game plan, and we're going to buy into it.
Yeah, I think this time around, it just takes a level of focus that we don't, we have to have another level of focus rather than like a regular season game of teams we've normally played or someone in our conference. We have to be very detail-oriented and just trust our coaches because I feel like they do a great job with all our scouts. So, we just have to just pay attention and just stick to all the details that they give us.
Corey, you've recently mentioned how focused this team feels, how locked in. Not that you weren't all season, but did that change right after the conference tournament in Memphis? When did you really feel that feeling start to change?
Honestly, all throughout the week before we played Georgia State, we just really had a level of focus. I think it started from the loss Sunday against Cincinnati. Ever since that game, we just really came in very prepared every practice, every shoot around, every film session. We just had a level of focus that I didn't normally feel nor see throughout the season. Not saying that we weren't focused throughout the season, but just I guess a higher standard of being focused.
Right in the back, please.
Yeah, Ron Stokes, WBNS Columbus. Second year in a row, you guys are playing a Big Ten school in the NCAA. Just your overall impression of the Big Ten as compared to your conference.
Galen, you're first, please.
They're a big, dominant, physical team. They got a dominant, dynamic five-man as well as other guards on the perimeter. So, it's definitely a different kind of feel, different kind of brand of basketball that we're used to playing in an opponent. But we just a bunch of dogs, and we're ready for anything that anybody may throw at us.
Yeah, just to reiterate what Galen said, they're a very methodical team. They know what they want to do. They run their sets. They play through who they want to play through. And like Galen said, it's a whole different type of basketball that we play because we like to run and gun, make everything fast play, just play hard, aggressive. So we have to just like I said, just be focused and just ready for whatever. Just be ready for whatever they throw at us.
Daniel Gutierrez, KHOU in Houston. What is it about Coach Sampson's style that allows your brand of basketball to shine, watch out, to shine even more? Coach Sampson's style, what is it about that breeds so much confidence in you guys?
Corey, you're first on this one, and we'll have an answer from Galen as well.
I think it just contributes to the freedom that Coach Sampson gives us, especially as guards. He has all the confidence in the world in us, and he just allows us to make plays, run the offense, especially me and Galen, just basically do whatever we want on defense or whatever feels right to us. He gives us a lot of freedom, and I think that contributes to our confidence and how hard we play.
Yeah, to piggyback on Corey said, it definitely gives us freedom, but more so he believes in our instincts. He tells us just to trust our instincts. Whatever we feel like we need to do, trust it and believe in it and do it, because we have a bunch of guys who have pretty high basketball IQ, so for the most part, we know what to do in let's say, a lot of emergency situations. So just trusting your instincts and just play with freedom, and he allows us to do that, and thank him for that.
John Hoover, The Sporting News. A couple of days ago, Kelvin talked about his time in the NBA and the things that he learned. As a head coach, he said he never used to delegate game planning, but he learned in the NBA that's the way to do it. Mm-hmm. Can you kind of describe, both guys, please, Corey and Galen, describe how that process works for you guys when the game planning comes down from one of the assistant coaches?
Galen, lead us off, please.
Our coaches, they pretty much have similar styles. They're all pretty much detail-oriented. But Coach Sampson, he definitely has the final say if he sees an adjustment that needs to be made. But for the most part, it's all about detail and knowing everything to the T. Personnel, game plan, schemes, all that stuff is all just tied into a big umbrella of the game plan.
Yeah, I think all of our coaches in general take a great pride in whatever scouts they're given. So that's like Galen said, they're very detail oriented. They'll know every player's strengths and weaknesses, what sets their run. Like they just know everything to the T, and they'll have us prepared every game.
I know this one's obvious, but your connection with Houston, Kelvin talked about yesterday, a couple days ago, how you were the first one to really buy into the vision and things were still in their foundational stage, but he got your buy-in and he was able to get others' buy-ins. How would you describe your connection to the program, the city, the fans, local basketball? I mean, it's so deep with you.
It's definitely a part of me, definitely a part of who I am, a big chunk of my heart. I'm just Houston in a nutshell. I don't even know what else to say. I love my city. Lived there my whole life, born and raised. I love my school. And I get to wear Houston on my chest. Can't put a price tag on that. You can't. And, I'm thankful Coach Sampson, he gave me the opportunity to do so, in front of my family and friends every night. And, I'm just blessed to be in this position.
Just curious, in terms of Kelvin in the NBA, does his time there, does this show up for you guys at all? Does that manifest in practice or film study or communication with you guys, just the time that he spent in the NBA?
Corey?
Yeah, a big chunk of his coaching style definitely trickles from the NBA, and you can tell through the way he runs his offense, how he just runs the program in general. You can feel like it's a level of intensity and just like overall intelligence that's not normal in most Division I coaches. So you can definitely tell, especially when he speaks.
And Coach Sampson, he likes to tell stories, and he has very vivid imagery. So he was like, son, who was the hardest guy Greg Popovich used to coach on? Tim Duncan. He loved to be coached. Those guys love to be coached. I think him being around those guys, and those are Hall of Fame, first team Hall of Fame guys, and knowing that they want to be coached and that Coach Popovich used to get on them like he does us. It definitely makes us feel like we're not alone, because everybody gets the same treatment. But Coach Sampson, he's definitely the smartest person I've been around, and in terms of just knowing what to do. So I definitely think the NBA definitely helped him.
For both you guys, what if you? I'm assuming you've noticed the support you're getting, whether it's in Houston at these watch parties, or all the fans that are here from Houston, or UH fans. What have both you guys thought about the support you're getting on this journey?
Corey, you're first, please.
It's just absolutely amazing just to know we have the whole city behind our backs, and it just goes to show how much they support us. Even when they can't make the games, they'll just get that extra effort to start a watch party and almost have the whole entire city at watch. So it's cool. We always get like pictures and little messages of like the watch parties or videos or whatever the case may be, and it's really cool.
Oh yeah, it's definitely cool, definitely a blessing, but it's just a testament to how far we've come. You know what I mean? I remember there were times we didn't have that. Like I said, we used to go to frat houses and they used to rush us off the doorstep. But we now have everybody's support, and I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for the fans and the support they give us.
Hi, Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch. There's a lot of talk about Tom Izzo in the last few days. I'm just curious, 1 to 5 with Coach Sampson, 1 being mellow and 5 being ultra fiery. Where does he fall on that little scale, and have you seen him mellow at all since you've been here?
Galen, first, please. Galen?
What is 10? Coach Sampson, Coach Sampson and I personally, we have a different relationship. So, he's a fiery guy, very fiery guy. But at the end of the day, that it's from the heart, and he means well. You know what I mean? And a lot of times as competitors, we get competitive. But Coach Sampson definitely sees past that, and he just knows me, for the most part, and that's just a great characteristic to have as a coach.
Yeah, honestly, Coach Sampson is the first coach I've ever had that I've actually feared and loved at the same time. He's just one of those individuals that have a personality that's just unmatched. I mean, he'll definitely show that he loves you, but just in his own way. He's just so
Yeah,
passionate about everything that
definitely
he
his own
does,
way.
and he just has an amazing, just a charisma about him.
That's a great word, charisma. Yeah,
Expand the vocab, my guy.
it's a great word. But yeah.
Yes, question right there in the middle.
Quentin Martinez, Corpus Christi Caller-Times. Galen, you talked about it. It's a little bit of a leap of faith on your part, you know, to get to see where the program is now versus where it was when you were being recruited. You know, could you have imagined that you guys would be here, you know, 4 years later?
I've always dreamed about it, but I never thought I'd actually get here. You know, when I was making my decision, I wasn't worried about no March Madness, worried about this, worried about that. I just wanted to just play first and foremost. But you know, the more I played and the more I realized we actually had my freshman year. I realized we had a really good team. We just didn't make the NCAA tournament. But it slowly but surely became more of a reality. You know, more of a goal, and it started to seem more attainable. And I think last year we definitely kicked down the door for years of success to come in the future. So, you know, but to be one of the first guys to buy into a vision, I'm just blessed that I did, because Lord knows where I'd be.
Yeah, Ohio State players were saying last night that part of their success, recent success, is buy-in, that they're buying in finally late in the season. What does that mean to you when someone says buy into a program, buy into what coach is trying to do? What does that look like?
Corey?
I think buying into whether it be a team or a program as a whole is just sacrifice.
Facts.
And a lot of people don't understand the things, especially kids that come out of high school and thinking they're more than what they actually are, and knowing that they, instead of just being like a main guy or that go-to guy, you have to find your role and just become great at that. And that's probably the start of buying into any program or in any team in general.
You know, Coach Kellen, he has this saying, just surrender. You know what I mean? And you know, when you surrender, you just become selfless. And when you become selfless, it's easy to make that transition to buying into a program and the vision, as well as buying into the culture. And you know, once you buy in, you have a chance to do something special. And that's really the big key, is getting everybody on the team to buy in, from 1 through 12, 1 through 13.
Anything else for the Cougars of Houston? All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Best of luck tomorrow.